Okay, y'all. Welcome to Pen and Sword. This is the open mic, one of the open mics for Tesoro, which is an international network of women who work in words, poets, songwriters, playwrights. My name is Stacy Dyson. I am the head of Tesoro and the lead poet for Tesoro. And we are thrilled tonight to have a lady that I personally had the good fortune to work with. Erica Castro is our feature. Y'all feel free to open up your mics and make some noise for Erica right now. We're not going to bring her on quite yet, but just get her encouraged. If y'all want to open your mics and holler a little bit, that's cool.
Muy bien, Erika. Muy bien.
So, as I told y'all, this is being recorded. What I will also tell you is that if you want to read, we've got plenty of room on the reading list. If you just want to hang out and admire the talent, that's cool too. We're happy to see all of you. One other housekeeping thing, which is Tesoro is powered by donations. So if you would like to donate to the flow tonight, you'll see in the chat where it says go to poetswind@hotmail.com. 90% of anything we make tonight goes to Erica. The other 10% comes back to Tesoro, so we can keep doing things like this. So without any further ado, let me bring up the first name on the list, which is Shocky G. Shocky, honey, dazzle us.
Oh my God, it's Shocky G. I know her.
Right.
I have to tell y'all, this is one of Tesoro's leading lights. We just had a poetry summit hosted by Marissa Prada here in New Mexico, and this lady just straight took the roof off. So the rule is tonight, 2 pieces, and then we keep moving. So Shug, whenever you're ready.
Well, this piece is a little bit longer, so maybe I can just get away with one piece. This is a silly piece, and trigger warning for politics, I guess. We'll be back shortly with more poetry after the following message. 10 years past retirement, looking for a solution that allows you to feel powerful in this modern world? Welcome to the prime retirement living space, known as the American Congress. Here, your loved ones will get to live out their days as our forefathers intended. We are doing our best to make it feel like the good old days by rolling back any legislation that appears progressive or socialist. We have a variety of packages available to make your loved ones feel at home. With the Pelosi package, your female members can feel like they have fought the patriarchy by taking part in activities like ripping up speeches, but not making any real change. On the flip side, you can enroll in our Bernie Bros program, which primarily consists of Alzheimer residents pushing agendas that sound great, but no one takes serious. Love children? Let me introduce you to our Matt Gates experience. It is an exclusive club, but if you are interested, you can just call your local pizza shop to place an order. We even have special events celebrating diversity. Most recently, when a number of Black people have been shot by police, we dress in our kente cloths for solidarity. Don't worry, your grandparents are guns are safe with us. They will not pass anything meaningful. Depending on your insurance, they will be given a large cache of thoughts and prayers to hand out when necessary. Just so many activities to keep them happy until they pass. Speaking of death, we will care for your loved ones long after they are dead. In fact, if you purchase the Mitch McConnell package, we will animate their corpse and parade them around Washington long enough after they have lost lucidity. This is also known as the Weekend at Bernie's plan, not to be confused with Bernie Bros, because for some reason, people will continue to listen and react to the short recorded messages programmed to the corpse. In short, for the right price, this country can be destroyed and devalued right before your eyes. Remember, here at American Congress, freedom isn't free. American Congress, America's best retirement community, not to be confused with American presidency.
Oh, I love it. If you want to do another one, honey, I'd love to hear it.
Um, Let me see. I don't know. Um, I could do this one.
Okay.
I am old. I'm the type of old where people older than my mother laugh and call me a baby, but I'm only maybe 16 years younger than my mother's funeral. I'm the type of old where I'm finding gray hairs after a shower, but the type of young where my mother never had a full head of grays that I remember. When I say I am old, they laugh like they know my illness will stay dormant long enough my poems become classics. I'm older than my father ever was, older than his 5 year plan if he had one. And on a lighter note, I am older than Google. When I was a kid, I asked Jeeves, how long do most people live? And he told me, my family has never known. It is hard when your birthday feels like a countdown. No Benjamins and these button down bones. I am old. If you think of old as how close you are to dying, but I'm hoping maybe someone else is right because I don't want to die young. For my family, we don't really grow old. We count our years in competitions. Like when so and so is your age, they beat cancer twice, but none of us were ever undefeated.
Y'all open up your mics. Give it up for Shocky G.
Wow, that was amazing.
Oh my God, Shaki, that's my new favorite poem.
Thank you.
Please do that. Please do that everywhere, all the time, please. Thank you. That was brilliant.
Okay. Actually, the next person on the list is the voice that you just heard. This woman just pulled a miracle out of the New Mexico air and did a summit that is going to have folks talking for a little while, all the way up until she does it again next year, I presume. Please open up your mics and give a welcome to Marissa Prada.
All right.
All right, so I promised Stacy I would read this one poem, and so then I'll let y'all decide what you want to hear for the second piece. This poem is titled Casablanca. I would have yelled, "Cut!" if I was the director. Because clearly the screenwriter was a masochist as time goes by when that line was delivered. Here's looking at you, kid. I would have had Ingrid Bergman turn around, flip Humphrey Bogart the bird, and say, here's me looking at you, no fucking more. Oh, and by the way, I'm a grown-ass woman, thank you very much. Because in all the gin joints, in all the towns, in all the world, she walked into yours, and you let her go, like the idiot screenwriter wrote you to be. You see, when you're looking for a real exit visa or two, not enough women have used the bird or the F word or Hollywood or objected to Hollywood's gaslighting by overpaid actors who only look good behind a camera and in black and white. I would have yelled, cut! If I was the director, because clearly the screenwriter was intoxicated. When the line was delivered, you played it for her. You can play it for me. She can stand it. I can. When only Rick in The Walking Dead can do what you claim can be done, really puppeted by lines from screenwriters doing lines as time goes by, I would have yelled, cut! If I was the director, because clearly the screenwriter was not getting laid when the line was delivered. I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship. When really HB should have died like Jack on the Titanic, cold and wet, crying, what about us? I'd write Ingrid Bergman saying, might be a good idea for you to disappear from Casablanca for a while. Friendless, loveless, hopeless, heartbroken, since Casablanca is a good spot for you to die. Ilsa would be holding that gun steady, like Annie Oakley in a Tombstone movie. She'd swig back the gin in a dirty glass. Not for his grin or any sort of stage kiss would disarm her this time. Rick, you won't be walking away towards better days beside a man as corrupt as you, because no, you won't always have Paris. She will now have the memory of the crappiest ending and not getting paid nearly enough for breaking hearts for generations to come. So she storms off the set. For when two lovers woo, they still say, I love you, no matter what the future brings. Ilsa won't look back and say, I'm so glad you left me with Laszlo. She will look back and say, all you motherfuckers can wait in Casablanca. She'll start towards the plane on that foggy runway, look back and smirk. Play it again, Sam. Then shoot Rick in the head so he doesn't come back as a walker. But no, it wasn't written this way, simply because the screenwriter was horrible and the director was not me. So that's my Casablanca ending.
Badass.
And did you like it? Oh,
It was amazing.
y'all should try to rewrite the end of a movie sometime. It's hilarious. All right. Otherwise, I got what you want: sweet, salty, sexy, sad, serious, silly, or social justice. What does everyone feel like tonight?
Social justice.
Oh, okay. Let me dip back in my bag of tricks. La, la, la. All right. I didn't think I was up quite so soon. So that's why I just, all right, hey, let's do this. There's a lot of people here who have not heard my Uvalde poem, and we're rolling up on the first anniversary of Uvalde. And I'll probably be doing this a lot between now and the holidays. Uvalde 2022. God was the first to cry. I have to believe that God was the first to cry as gunshots rang out once more inside an elementary classroom. A lot of finger pointing over dead children who should be finger painting with their families this summer. There seems to be more worry over politics and protecting badges than actually enforcing the right not to die at school. Have the balls to point that finger at yourself and say you done fucked up. Even if you visit the grave of every dead child, the teacher, and her husband who died, every day for the rest of your life, it would never be enough to atone for your total inhuman paralysis. School bells ring. Are you listening? Children scream. Can you hear them? Here we go again. Since nothing has changed and your kids won't make it home today. What happens when the bells toll again and children have to return? Have to use red crayon to create on paper instead of paint their faces with blood to survive? How different will the bells sound? Or is it bound to forget like everyone eventually does? Do we go back to writing names inside clothes for potential positive IDs? I have to believe that God was the first to cry, staring at the clock, counting the 74 minutes and 8 seconds, man's fundamental failure to separate bullets from bodies, from burials of babies again. Active shooter call. Teachers be and you stand in the hall, no intention at all of saving the lives inside. free meal at your house or just throw it away? Donate it. Who wants funeral food anyway? What happens when there is one less to eat at the dinner table, one less on the Christmas card in December? What will Santa do with all those extra presents? What happens with the stockings hung with care and sprinkled sugar cookies meant for reindeer? The report came out. Did you read it? You did nothing, and they all died. Their blood is on your hands, 'cause you didn't do your job. And one day, God will judge you. I have to believe that God has not stopped crying since we are all made in his image, and our grief will never stem. We need to demand some real change. We walk in every parent's nightmare of America's Kevlar corruption, since her body count is clearly not enough yet. So please, never forget, when the school year begins again. School bells ring. Are you listening? Kiss your kids every morning and pray to pick them up at the end of the day and hold them tighter than yesterday. Thank you.
All right. Woo!
Y'all open up your mics, throw this lady some roses.
Big shout out to all my Tesoro sisters who came last weekend. That summit was incredible. It's been so awesome having Stacy here. Thank you all.
Okay, so I'm going to do one quick piece and then we're going to bring on our feature, Erica Castro. This piece got baptized last night. So it's so new, it actually doesn't have a title yet, but it is dedicated to the poet Rose Gold. And forgive me, I am on the wrong page. While we're doing that, a little bit of housekeeping here. We run, as I said, on donations. We're looking, every organization like this is always looking for other funding. But anything that you contribute tonight, 90% goes to our feature, 10% comes back to Tesoro so that we can keep the lights on. And as I say, this doesn't have a title yet, but it is dedicated to one of the leading lights actually in the spoken word world, the poet Rose Gold. Her name is Marissa Alexander. Make sure you put some respect on that name. Folks still debating over whether she had the right to participate in her own survival. She hit the ceiling because the bullet wasn't meant to hit him. She hit the ceiling because she had to hit back, and she couldn't take the chance of laying hands. Guns aren't the only actions that backfire. Her name is Darnella Frazier. You need to put some respect on that name. She filmed the murder heard around the world, and folks wondered why she didn't drop her camera and do something. A little Black girl in this jacked up world, what was she supposed to do? Get herself hurt or killed, try to fight back, or do what she did and bear witness in the best way she could? Her name is Fannie Willis. You best lay some respect on her name. The death threats come every day now. The big, stupid bad is making it his business to question every breath she takes. And his followers are balanced on the edge of his lies, ready to take aim. The law is supposed to convict him and protect her. She is going to prosecute. She is going to make sure liars and thieves and people who persist in trying to steal the last vestiges of the American dream pay a toll. She has been cajoled, warned, threatened. Back off before you get dead. What is she supposed to do? Abandon her promises? Black women don't do that. And we only run when there is no other way because we know you have to be alive to fight. Faith and the marshals are watching her now, but all that prayer won't stop a bullet. Her name is Simone Biles. Best lay some respect on that name. Reigning queen of the stratosphere. Nobody could toy with air and movement the way she did. Till one day she stopped. Her light tripping needed to rest before she hurt herself, so she laid down a minute. And the world jeered and called her soft, questioned her commitment, talked smack about how some people get spoiled and can't take the heat. What was she supposed to do? Keep risking injury to define the true nature of light and its movement, risk injury so people could keep making money off the way she could bend time between dance steps, grit, and moves that showed the old routines the door and told them not to come back? Die so y'all could keep bragging that she was our free pass to show the world what Black folk can do, how America is always the excellent. How dare she think of herself? How dare she? Folks tend to forget. A star always knows how to spin in the heavens, but the star doesn't. She didn't. Somewhere along the way, y'all need to lose that attitude. Black women get to self-love, self-care, protect themselves, and you don't have to like it. Don't have to approve or co-sign on our life decisions. Keep your second guessing and insults to yourself. We're grown and we know how to act. And the world better be grateful for the fact that we pay such close attention. And let us be, let us breathe how we're intended to.
Bravo.
Thank you. So we're going to go on ahead and bring up our feature. As I say, I've had the pleasure of working with this lady, but it's been at least a year since we were in session together. I know that you are going to love everything she says because I always did. She has a unique need to be telling people things voice. So y'all open up your hearts, open up your ears, and open up your mics for a minute, and please give it up for our feature, Erica Castro.
Woo, Erica, that's my teacher.
Woo, woo, woo! Let's go, Erica.
Vamos, Erika. All right, thank you guys all for coming. Such a blessing to be here. So I'm gonna start my poem. My first poem, it's El Paso, because that's where I'm from. So I have some relatives here from El Paso. So shout out to El Paso. So I'm just gonna get going. Let's go. El Paso. El Paso is right next to Juarez. Juarez lines are eternal. I hated to go there. Little did I know that is how we'd survive. We lived in poverty, no healthcare, no money. Juarez granted us both. Seeing those poor women carrying their babies in fabric satchels gave me gratitude because my pain was less. Children running by the cars trying to sell gum, dirty, hungry, desperate. We were poor. They were worse. Smelling that stenchy stink like wet clothes left overnight in a bucket. I hated Juarez, but it gave me life. El Paso is my home. Low wages, mother dead, single father of four, I alone, my father's drunken rages. But in the morning, as the sun rose, there was God. There is nothing more beautiful than desert sunrises. They do not exist anywhere else. Bluish violet skies. It was hope. Pain could one day end. There was Chico's Tacos, a delicacy peoples traveled near and far for these saucy tacos. El Pasoans are loving, as seen as the mass shooting August 3rd, 2019. It was these good Samaritans that gave people a chance to live. They carted wounded victims up a hill without regard to their own life. A homeless man saved an orphan baby. People survived because of El Pasoan love. Resilient city of my strength, my home, my sanctuary, though I live far. El Paso, its city, its people, its love, pounds the blood in my heart. Thank you.
Okay, ready to go.
Woohoo!
Amazing, Prima. Congratulations. Okay.
That was amazing, miss.
So then, thank you guys. All right, so my
Very
next,
good.
okay, so my next piece is called Mr. Suicide. You are the devil's best friend that plagues fragile minds. You are a thief, a stealer of the mighty pin. You are handsome, gorgeous, attractive. You're a bucket of lies. You mandate that there is no other way. You say, come, my friend, to the other side. You say you will finally find peace from your distorted mind. You know everyone's abysmal secrets. You poke at the scabs and make them bleed. You have me question my existence and you make me play that video in my head of that grave mistake over and over again. You damn people's souls. You wrap your lover depression in black. You comfort depression's cries and show her the way, saying it is time for this to end. Tell me, Mr. Suicide, what did you say to Mr. Hemingway to make him forget the lives he moved with his words? How did you prove to him that it was time for his bell to toll? How did you kiss Miss Plath and fill her with sweet hope? How did you have her forget her work the bell jar? What did you do to Miss Woof? Did you take her room away? Did you tell her she was no longer Shakespeare's sister? Did you grab her and guide her through that dreary river? What did you say to Vladimir Mayakovsky? Did you give him his Soviet passport? Did you walk him through that tunnel of death? How did you convince him to play Russian roulette? What about David Foster Wallace? Did you say your meds will never work? You will always suffer with your malfunctioning mind? Did you insult his work, the infinite jest? Did you drop him from the raft as he hung? How did you do it, Mr. Suicide? Steal picturesque lives? How did you articulate to Miss Sexton to have her lose her nerve? The only one with chutzpah to write scandalous words. Did you say she looked dazzling in her mom's fur coat? Did she forget the therapy of her verses? Why, Mr. Suicide, did you vanish these articulate lives, leaving this earth deprived of their eminent minds? Thank you, guys.
Come on.
That was amazing.
Go in, Poeta.
Beautiful. Thank you, guys. The next series is being a Hispanic wife, former wife, I gotta say former. I love that title. So a lot of my friends who are on here that are Hispanic can relate, but you know what? Anybody can relate. So here goes. Mexican wife. What is this? Having to be quiet and not say a word? I am a Mexican woman who only has a voice with the comadres. The man walks in and there's silence, awkwardness, not wanting to spark his temper, or his drunken rage, swallowing big gulps, trying to not crack the eggshell. I know better than to speak. Whatever I say is wrong. I know better than to servirle. He will only throw the plate or push me, trapped because Catholic girls do not divorce. They stay with an insecure man because that is what Mexican women do. We stay and build a wall of resentment. We stay and stay and stay. Leaving is not an option. This is our lot in life. Nothing changes. All is the same. I choose to swallow my words. Who are you? Hi, I am a mother, a Mexican wife. I am defined by my roles, but who am I? I am a woman wrapped in a dysfunctional life with a man who thinks he is a saint because he provides, who thinks it is his God given right to get drunk. He was born to work, but also he was born to intimidate, to manipulate, to cheat, to prove his machismo. I pray to the Virgin to help to help him be a God-fearing man, but nothing seems to change. Everything continues to be the same. I am Mexican. I am defined by my family, by my children, and by the spouse that feeds us. Over and over, we are told by our ancestral women that children need their father. And I question this kind of father who drinks the little money we have, who spends his time on other women, who sends us to church food pantries when there is no food. We eat beans and rice over and over again. Yet, without fail, we go to church every Sunday. We go to confession. On the outside, what a loving family. On the inside, it is just desperation. You can see it in the children's eyes, the sadness of not knowing. Is dad going to yell today? Is he going to throw things? Is he going to dump out the eggshells? Is that what God intended? Is this true? Tienes que sufrir para merecer? What does that even mean? In order to be worthy, we must suffer. Every day is unknown, like a roller coaster ride of anxiety, not knowing if rage or joy is coming. Me, a Mexican wife, holding on to hope, to all the angels and saints, that maybe, just maybe, this craziness will end, or maybe I will find peace in death.
Amen.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, Erica.
Good job.
Hey, your turn.
Thank you guys. I keep going in the same theme. Secrets are freshly laid maggot eggs waiting to infest. We, husband and wife, we live in that nest. From the outside, we are a picture perfect of all that is good. Truly, we are a maggot infested carcass pretending. We are not alone. There is another woman. She is a ghost in our home. She is the woman who wrapped us in the death shroud, who buried our love in the grave and let the maggots loose. She's in our ever present mind, reliving those moments of escape, hotel rooms, dinners, dates, and me. I'm a marriage certificate meant to be replaced. I am lost in the quagmire of your thoughts, untouched robotic movements. I clean, I wash, I tend for the family. We are polite for formalities. We are not walking on eggshells, but we walk on broken glass, blood leaking from our feet, pretending there is no pain. My stomach sickens, I smile, just numbness of existence. I am jailed, obligated, and you are self serving. The children feel tension. It is a scary movie like Freddy Krueger shutting in their dreams. They wait for the moment to scream out in fear. Invisible children dying to be perfect. They feel her ghostly presence. The awkwardness nauseates them. Wanting to throw up, we silently abuse them. Staying together with no love. Do not marry for practical reasons, yet here we are, abusing these kids with no words, no violence, just by existing together.
That was beautiful. That should touch my heart.
Bravo, prima. Totally can relate with my ex marriage for sure.
So, same theme. Hi, baby. Here goes. He kissed me and I wanted to throw up. The nauseating bile. The kiss, a temporary band-aid he will eventually strip off with no gentleness. And then the next falling out of you did this to me, so I did this to you, never-ending swirl. Cataract eyes, I fail to see what is in front of me. I see blotches and shades, but it is not clear. My eyes connected to the heart, I live in denial. It keeps me on this emotional train, a train that keeps me stuck and empty and unfulfilled. I do not want to see the truth. He is sometimes nice. Repeated childhood bonds, that is what this is. Dysfunction, no one learns boundaries in chaos. No one learns to love and abuse. It teaches that once in a while type of love, the one where daddy's in a good mood, so he shows kindness, temporary, short lived, till dad's alcohol drowns love, clouds it, confuses it, lowers my self worth. Childhood bonds that live in adulthood. They jade my choices. They make you fall in love with potential. Childhood bonds that make me still cry for you, Dad. You left me so long ago when you died. For years, all I wanted was a fraction, a word, a glance. And today, all I want is him. My cohabitant, we live together, but we are trapped in a dance. He tries to waltz me, but my feet are like lead stuck to the floor, and he can't help but step on my feet. We can't dance. Still, I will not leave, and neither will he. I enable, he enables, walking barefoot on grass stickers, trapped in the quietness. Nothing is said, just silent desperation. Thank you. Okay, so this is my next one. I have a timer going, so I won't go over. All right. There I was, waiting at the station, and the train never came. Decades passed, I waited, and you never left her till you died. Damn your empty promises, damn all the waiting, damn you for knowing me, damn you for dying. I wasn't to be the one. I was trapped in a simulated relationship. I needed to be needed, thinking maybe, just maybe you would not leave me. I was an appendage of yours, like a rope unnoticed dragging from a car. Although you met me first, I was the in between, the one you stayed with till someone better came along. And she did. And you married my eternal demise. Still, you had me trapped in a dream, saying you miss me, saying you love me. But sex is not love. I, I was non existent, like a video game you were playing to destroy, like a nightmare that feels real, heart beating fast, sweat dripping, but it's not real. Somehow I believed I mattered, but you cannot give love until you step into integrity. So you died and threw me and my dreams down the drain, barely breathing, barely living alone.
Man,
Thank you.
that was amazing, Prima. Beautiful.
So, okay, I have another one. It's kind of heavy, so just go with it. Wish I could go barbarian on you. Gouge out your eyes, slit your throat just enough so you can still live. Cut off your hands and feet, slice off your hair so you can actually physically understand the emotional and psychological agony, the mental torture you dragged me through, the daggers that you shot through me that left permanent holes, the poison you injected into my veins disguised as love. Wish I could destroy you emotionally like you did me. Impossible. You are emotionally dead. If I could somehow make you feel just an inch of what you did me, you could know cheating is personal, lying is betrayal, kindness is not Novocaine. Yet here I still am accepting the unacceptable, numbed, wanting to kill, wanting to die. Nothing changes, slowly sinking in quicksand. I haven't stabbed you or gunned you down. As much as I wish you would feel pain in the deep layers of my soul, in the sickness of my mind, I still love you. And in this tormented love, it kills me slowly, daily. You still don't know my pain. I won't touch you. I'd go to jail for what I would do, but not for what I wish.
Take a chance.
So I normally don't read that one because it's heavy, but I mean, truth, facts, facts. All right.
Go
So
on and
this is
preach,
my final.
girlfriend. You got time.
This is my final piece. I want to thank everybody who has come here and supported me. I'm very grateful for this opportunity. Um, I hope that something resonated with you or something, that, you connected. So thank you,
Erica, I'm
everybody. This
sorry.
is my
Hang on
final
just a
piece.
moment. Everybody, please make sure that your mics are muted. We're getting some sort of musical feedback here.
Oh, that's me.
Oh,
the,
okay.
the ice cream man is outside.
Okay.
Sorry, forgive me.
No problem.
All right, he's going to be there. All right, final piece. You will not censor me. I speak the truth. If you did not want the truth said, then you should have done better. You should not have lied. You should not have taken a knife and twisted my emotional insides. You should not have lured me into your fake reality, pretending you loved me and betraying me at the same time. Mind messing with me over and over with fake intentions. We have freedom of speech, and in that we have freedom of truth. I will not be re-victimized by holding your lies. The truth is the truth. You cannot sue me for slander or libel. I only speak what you did. You are being scrutinized because you chose not to do better. You knew I was a writer, a poet, a speaker. My voice will not be silenced. I was silenced for 40 years. I stand here today in my power saying, this is the truth. This is what you did. And I'm still standing. You may have knocked me down emotionally, but no matter what, you could not have counted me out. So do what you have to. Go cry to mommy if you want to. I will speak my truth, not for you or to tell the world about you. It is for my peace, for my healing, and most of all, little by little, every time I write, every time I speak, every time I perform, every time I scream my story, the damage, the hurt slowly dwindles every single time. It is not about you. It's about me crushing the power I surrendered, crushing what I gave you, the parts of myself that never belonged to you. They were always mine. Me, my identity, my kindness, my goodness, the best part of me, those belong to me. So do me a favor and keep walking. Don't forget, I'm stronger than you think I was.
You
Yay,
all open up
prima.
your mics and throw this woman some
Oh,
roses. That was fantastic.
yes, it was.
Thank you, guys.
Indubitably.
Thank you so much. This was such a blessing, everybody. Thank you. And shout out to my students out there supporting their teacher. Thank you.
No, miss, shout out to you.
Thank you.
Y'all give it up one more time. I see way too many mics that are closed. Y'all open up your mics.
Come
Throw
on,
this woman
bruh.
some roses.
Open up
That
your
was
mics, bruh.
absolutely fantastic.
Good job, miss.
Congratulations, prima.
You're a real one.
Tremendo, Erika.
You were great,
Tremendo.
Miss.
Good job.
Hey, miss, I believe in you. Publish that book.
Thank you, Mio.
So, normally we would end at this point, but there are so many folks here, and that performance was just so unbelievably on point. I'm going to ask Erica if she'll give us an encore.
All right. Okay, I'll give you another one of my favorite pieces. Um, I do write social justice pieces, but this one is about overcoming and never quitting. Um, I do have something to say, and it's somewhat vulnerable, but I don't care because I thrive on honesty. Things lose their power. Things lose their power when you speak them. And so for me, I'm gonna say this. And it doesn't matter that I have my students here. 10 years ago, I tried to take my life. And I'm so grateful that God has given me this opportunity to be here. And so I'm a really strong advocate, for suicide. And I want to read a poem that I wrote regarding that about myself. And so that's what I'm going to read. Um, and so, you know, I got to tell you from my experience is that if you ever think about those things, you know, we need you. We love you. You can make a difference. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't given a second chance. So here it goes. It was just yesterday that that voice inside my mind said, throw yourself in front of that car. Pausing, I felt the hurt, the pain. I spoke out loud. I deserve to live. I walked around to the driver's side as I crossed the fall leaves on the floor. I related to those leaves, although I functioned, I felt crushed, shocked that the snake came and spoke. It had been years since that snake wrapped herself in the mind and my soul, convincing me to get drunk and take the pills and hope to die. I know what it's like to want to die. And I live and I understand how it feels to believe I am better off dead. I understand when people say, don't you think about your kids? No, it is an utter state of despair, believing I am just taking up space. How could I think about my children when I feel so hollow in my soul? Tell me it's going to be okay. Tell these demons, these voices are going to leave my head. Tell me it's not me. Tell me that all this is not true, that I belong here, that this universe is divine, that the sun, the moon, and all the trees are all a part of me, and that I don't need to die. The pain is great, but tell me I am greater. Tell me how to crush the snake beneath my feet. Show me through your full rainbow in the sky that God exists and He is real. And in that, give me the will to live.
Fantastic.
Thank you,
Bello,
guys.
bello.
When you encore, you don't play around, do you?
I forgot to mention that I did want to talk about it. This is Suicide Awareness Month, so I'm so grateful, you know,
That's
to be
your
able
encore,
to be
right?
here and teach you guys. So thank you,
Okay.
thank you.
If we have anybody who wants to read, now is the time. Just go on ahead, open your mic, and go for it. I've got somebody connecting to audio. I can't tell if they're wanting to read or just try to get back in. Okay. Going once,
All
going
right.
twice.
Now,
I'm sorry. I've got a voice out there, but okay. Okay. Well, if there's no one else who wants to contribute another piece, then first of all, again, Erica, thank you so much. That was absolutely fantastic. Loved every single word. Tesoro has a show like this just about every week. This is Pen and Sword, which is our general open mic, and that means open to everybody. We have our Woman Heart show, which is a ladies only show that includes the audience. So, ladies, if you want to come, sing your song, be who you are, Woman Heart would be more than happy to welcome you. It is the only Tesoro show that we do not film so that you feel completely safe, protected, and listened to.
Stacy,
Yes.
I can contribute with reading something very short when you're through.
That was really what I was, all I had to say. So yes, by all means, I'd love to hear something.
Erica invited me because she wants
Um,
to motivate me.
Okay.
So I'll read something short that I have here. Let me see if I can open it quickly. It was for something that is called Speaker Slam Way,
Mm-hmm.
but I think maybe you would appreciate this. So again, my name is Melba. It is, Hola, my name is Melba, and what can I in 4 minutes say? I am who I am, and I love myself. If I had to inspire one person, or maybe my teenage daughter one day, okay, Victoria, I am sorry that I am talking to you in English, but that is the current speaker slang way. I'm sure that they are working already in modifying their vision to extend to the rest of the Americas and the world. I know that your grandma is sad because your grandpa left us yesterday, but he's now in heaven with the rest of your abuelos. And just how he used to say, what the heck? I will also be leaving one day. So if I can leave you with anything worthy, I would say to learn to count your blessings, to see the glass as half full and not as half empty. As an act of love, my mom gave me her name. And out of all the names that she gave me, I gave you my third, the one that means victory. Because I want you to be free. Victoria, God doesn't make mistakes. After my painful miscarriages, we were able to adopt you. And now you made us happy again. Sorry that sometimes I would stay so hyper focused instead of playing with you. One day you wanted my attention and started to hold your breath. When I turned around, I saw you passing out and turning blue. Oh my God, I asked heaven and earth, please take me instead. We still thank those paramedics because they help you breathe again. Children can be our best teachers, even if sometimes we feel overwhelmed. I know that I was not easy, and my mother, she just tried her best. Now I knew that I had this ability called ADHD, not even abuelo, and he gave it to me. Luckily, before her cancer, we were all getting along. Now I even somehow communicate with them across the veil. Mija, I went to combat and I saw many horrific things. My energy became anger, what they call now PTSD. Luckily, I got some help and learned that anger is just pain. I joined us I joined as an enlisted soldier and enlisted as a lieutenant colonel. It was a beautiful and priceless experience, and I was able to help. However, as so did the Me Too movement, I was sexually harassed, bullied, and raped. I was told, speak English, that I was just a female, to go back home. Hey, I have PTSD, but I'm also a combat vet. Finally, I tell you gracias for inviting me to the mall one day. Otherwise, my undetected breast cancer might have not only spread to my arm, but also to my brain. Many long chemotherapies, burning radiations, a bald head, and how great. From healthy to implants, and in weeks, no more breast. I hope that one day you can join me saying, I am who I am, and I love myself. Thank you.
Thank y'all. Open up your mics. Give it up. I love that. Thank you.
Thank you, Melba. Woo!
Gracias, Erika.
Thank you,
Absolutely
Melba, so
beautiful.
much.
Okay, well, now we had one person get bold. We got anybody else who's ready to
Oh, hi,
speak their
Carlos.
truth? Okay. Well, if there's no one else, let me tell you that on September the 22nd, we have a Tesoro double shot. We will be doing an aperitif concert with Rita Zahir at 5 p.m. Pacific time. And then right after that, we'll be doing another aperitif concert with a Bay Area poet, Bianca. And that will start at 6 p.m. Pacific time. If you would like to know more about us, want to peep our schedule, all you have to do is keep an eye on Facebook and Instagram. We advertise in both places, or you can go directly to our website, which is www.firesingers.com. Please, once again, before we sign off, thank Erica Castro for the unbelievable job that she did. And as I am famous for telling folks, too many time zones to worry about. So I will just say, in whatever season of the day or night you are, please rest sweet, rest easy. It will all be okay. And we will see y'all around the corner. Thank you so much for coming tonight. Y'all have a beautiful, whatever time of day it is.
Thank you so much.
Bye,
Buenas
Erica.
noches. Buenas noches.
Buenas noches. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you, Erica.